In the early days, oil and gas drilling was performed vertically drilling straight down from the surface to the reservoir. Over time, various challenges began to emerge. Some target reservoirs are located in areas where direct vertical drilling is not feasible. Additionally, there may be need to access multiple targets from a single surface location. This led to the development of directional drilling. This technique enables drilling along paths that are not strictly vertical, but instead sideways, inclines, or even curved, depending on the specific requirement and field conditions. There are a few main reasons why we choose directional drilling. First, geographical challenges. Some surface locations just are not suitable for setting up rigs like densely populated areas or offshore zones. Second, geological concerns. Vertical drilling might hit faults, salt domes, or other difficult formations. And third, other technical reasons. For example, drilling multiple wells from a single platform or staying within legal boundary lines. In general, directional drilling can be classified into six types, based on the well trajectory that is carefully designed to match the target location and specific field conditions. First, the build and hold type is one of the most commonly used directional drilling paths, especially for targets that are not too deep. This pattern employs a shallow initial deflection and a straight angle approach to the target. The well bore enters the target zone at the same angle as the maximum build-up angle. In this type, the well trajectory consists of two main sections, the build section and the hold sections. In the build sections, the inclination angle is gradually increased from vertical to the desired angle. Once the angle is achieved, the hold section maintains the inclination consistently until the well reaches its target. The trajectory designs allow for better control over the drilling direction and help minimize extreme doglegs. Second, the build, hold, and drop type, also known as the S-type. The well starts vertically, then builds up inclination in the build-up sections, followed by a tangle or hold sections. After that, the inclination is gradually reduced in the drop-off sections to reach the target. The resulting well path resembles the same of the letter S, which is particularly useful to the target lies beneath an area that cannot be accessed with a straight or single-angle trajectory. These types provide more flexibility in navigating subsurface challenges such as avoiding faults or salt dome structures. Third, the build and hold and partial drop and hold. This trajectory is a modification of the S-type, referred as the modified S-types. The main difference lies in the inclusion of a partial drop and second hold sections. After forming the desired inclination and build-up sections, the well enters the first hold sections. Then, the inclination is partially reduced, not entirely to vertical, and the well continues along a second hold section with a lower angle than the first. Following a relatively minor deviations, the well trajectory maintains a consistent angle until it covers the majority of the required horizontal distance. At that stage, this inclination is gradually decreased to guide the well toward the target. The well will then intersect the target in the inclination the angle that is lower than the maximum angle maintained during the hold section. This approach is used when a smoother path to the target is needed, avoiding sharp doglegs and reducing mechanical stress in the drill strings. Fourth, the continuous build-up involves a deep deviation path, where the kickoff point is located at a significant depth. From the KOP, the inclination is continuously increased all the way to the target without hold sections. This trajectory requires a high build-up rate and typically reaches its highest inclination among all well types. Continuous build is effective for the targeting deep or far offset reservoirs that require extended directional control. Fifth, horizontal drilling is a drilling method in which the well is not only drilled vertically from the surface but is gradually curved until it reaches 90-degree inclinations. At this point, the well bore continues horizontally running parallel to the reservoir layer. This technique is designed to maximize the length of contact between the well and the hydrocarbon producing formations. It is especially useful for thin or laterally extensive reservoirs. By accessing more of the reservoir from single well, horizontal drilling can significantly increase hydrocarbon production. This method is often used when reservoir conditions do not support optimal recovery through conventional vertical wells. Generally, there are two main types of horizontal drilling: the single curve type, where the 90-degree angle is achieved in one continuous bend, and the double curve type, where the well trajectory reaches 90 degrees through two stages of curvature. 6. Complex well or designer well represent non-standard directional trajectory that often involve multiple targets widely spaced apart. This well require major change in both inclination and azimuth and cannot be classified into the basic categories. Complex wells are typically drilled in fields with complicated geology or immature development where maximum reservoir access from limited surface location is required. Directional drilling also had its limitations in terms of its applications. One of the primary issues is the requirement for highly precise trajectory planning. Even minor design errors can cause significant deviation from the intended target. Directional control in subsurface environments demands specialized tools and technologies, such as downhole motors and measurement while drilling or MWD systems. Other challenges include severe dowel formations, which can damage drill pipes or hinder fluid circulations. Lastly, subsurface data interpretation become more complex due to changing inclination and azimuth, demanding deeper integration of geological and geophysical data for informed decision making.